That leads to a second reflection upon which we must also ground our path. It's this. This human life, precious though it is impermanent. How could it not be? My human life is founded upon coming together of various conditions. The male and female element of my parents. And the connecting mind. And as Buddha said, everything that comes together will fall apart. So my life too will certainly come to an end. Impermanence is the very fabric out of which, in a way, everything is made. It's there in the fact that some of the stars we see are already dead by the time we see their light. It's there in the fact that even this earth, solid as it may seem, will one day be incinerated or destroyed in one way or another. Is there in the fact that the very ground I'm walking upon is in a way comprised of the bones of all those beings who came before me. It's there in the rushing of the years, of the months, of the weeks, of the days, of the hours, of the minutes, ever rushing forward. But it's there most obviously in the certainty of my death. Each of us is not going to avoid death's honesty. It's there for all of us. There's nobody ever came upon this earth, or any other place for that matter, who escaped death. How could I be the one to whom an exemption was granted? There are no exemptions. And as I've already said, my life is based upon such a fragile combination of elements. One day they'll separate, they're bound to. And in fact, with each day that passes, death is coming nearer to each of us. So it is absolutely certain. Now we can pay intellectual lip service to this, but actually for this teaching to work its power on us, we must acknowledge it in our heart, in our bones. And moreover, not just that death is certain, but that its time is uncertain. Because otherwise I might say, well, yes, I can acknowledge death is certain, but I've got such and such a time first. But nobody can say that. There is no tenure. There's no tenure in universities anymore either. But there's no tenure in human life. There is nobody gave us a guarantee. And in fact, the causes of death are so powerful. I live surrounded by them at all times. And the causes of life are so tenuous. Even some of them, even medicine itself, can become a cause of death. So I should consider that this life is as fragile as a leaf on a stream or a lamp in the wind. It can be extinguished at any moment. Why should I do that? Because unless I acknowledge the reality of impermanence, not just for out there, but for here too, I will not really value human life. I will not really value this precious human birth, because it is only in the light of death that life has its great significance. The fragile beauty of this very moment and the urgency with which we should set about fulfilling that which we have the potential for, that potential to, like Buddha himself, become somebody of all-pervasive wisdom and all-embracing compassion. It is the potential we have. But unless we awaken to this potential now, we'll be like in the famous story, the jewel merchants who, cast upon strange seas by a storm, found themselves on a jewel island. but returned empty-handed instead of using their stay on the island to collect jewels. We'll be like that when we come to the end of this life if we don't use it now. Well, if that's okay, that's okay. We don't think any God is going to punish you. But you will have missed this wonderful opportunity. And as that opportunity came about through your actions and choices made before, and now you've wasted it, it will be a long time before it comes about again. So that